gloves. And I thought, maybe there's something they use that we don't use in the U.S., maybe on their hands.
Well, tonight, Mid-Southerners who went to Tijuana, Mexico to save money on weight loss surgery are regretting they made that decision. In fact, so many people are doing it, the Centers for Disease Control issued a warning earlier this month telling Americans not to.
And as Jenny DePrizio reports, some patients are coming home with a potentially deadly strain of bacteria.
I think I'd rather be fat at this point than to have this.
Tamika Capone has a drug-resistant bacteria called Pseudomonas raging inside her body.
Now I'm at risk, for my life because I chose to go to Tijuana.
Capone went to Grandview Hospital for gastric sleeve surgery in October. The 40-year-old had been fighting weight and health issues since a car accident severely damaged her legs. She thought weight loss surgery was the answer. A friend referred her to Grandview.
Hers went perfect. I said, well, give me the information. I got the information, called them, right back, had it scheduled the next day.
30 days later, she boarded a plane in Memphis, landed in San Diego, California, and crossed the border to Tijuana, Mexico on a medical transport bus. She took a selfie with other weight loss surgery patients on the trip. The next day, she was prepped for surgery, and she noticed something.
They didn't use gloves. And I thought, maybe there's something they use that we don't use in the U.S., maybe on their hands.
In the surgery room,
I seen a lady over there rinsing some stuff off in the sink, and I thought, are those tools?
According to an alert issued by the Arkansas Department of Health, Mexican health officials identified poor infection control practices at Grandview Hospital, including unsafe processes for cleaning surgical equipment. Just days after having the surgery,
I could feel myself getting sicker and sicker.
Capone had a rare bacterial infection. 3 months after that trip to Mexico, her wound still hasn't healed.
There are inherent and different, increased even risks of getting medical procedures done in other countries, so-called medical tourism.
Local infectious disease specialist Dr. Steve Threlkeld says it's risky to get surgery out of the country.
When you go to another country, some of the facilities are privately owned. There may not be the ability for you to tell exactly who it is that's operating on you and doing these procedures.
I regret going now. I really do.
Capone went to Mexico because her health insurance wouldn't cover the nearly $18,000 surgery. In Mexico, the procedure cost just $4,000. It was cheaper, but Capone says it's a move that could end up costing her her life.
I hate the saying, you get what you pay for, but I kind of slapped myself for that.
Well, since returning from Mexico and developing complications, Capone has racked up tens of thousands of dollars in medical bills. Her health insurance will not cover many of the follow-up procedures. She needs to stay alive because she left the country for the initial surgery. If you are even considering having surgery outside of the U.S., you need to head over to fox16.com for part 2 of this special report because it uncovers what you need to do to protect yourself.
Yeah, some good advice there. I did some research earlier and went to the Centers for Disease Control website. And they had flagged this specific hospital in Tijuana, Baja California, issuing a level 2 alert, which means practice enhanced precautions. But they went on to say that over half of those diagnosed with the same infection that Tamika received went to that same hospital, Grandview Hospital. So they're basically telling anybody and everybody, do not go there to have a surgery until the Mexican government confirms that it's safe.
Well, that makes total sense.
Right.
I did an unofficial poll on Twitter just to see what people would say. If you needed to have surgery somewhere else like this and you couldn't afford it in the U.S., would you go to Mexico to get it done? The vast majority of people, 78% said no, but 22% of the people who responded said yes, they would do it.
Better do your homework first, though.
I suggest that.
Right.
Definitely, especially after seeing that story. I feel for her. I really
hope she's
do.
okay.
Likewise.